Sure, shut up. If you ask me a question, I can't answer while you're talking.
Okay. Now I have.
Sir, get your ass in the chair or leave and I'll issue a bench warrant. You're not running the courtroom. I am. If you want to have an exam today, get your ass in the chair.
Another threat. Wow.
You're probably going to hear more than one. Sir, you are in contempt of court. That's a $100 fine. Speak again when it's not your turn and I'll continue to up the ante. I don't give a shit if you object. Is it clear what I said? I'm in charge. I get to do shit you don't get to do. It's part of the black robe, okay? That's just the way it works. My courtroom, I get to decide how it's run. Have you ever had a grilled cheese?
If it was different.
Have you ever had a grilled cheese?
If it was different, why would it have two?
Have you ever had a grilled cheese?
Other issues as well.
You're in contempt of court. Put him in jail.
All right, guys. Today we're looking at one of the most disrespectful sovereign citizens we've ever featured on this channel. This individual has an enormous ego and outright refuses to answer any questions, despite being in front of one of the best judges on YouTube, Judge Oakley. It's honestly wild how he thinks he can ignore the law and talk in circles around the judge. But Judge Oakley handles him like a true professional, calmly putting the sovereign citizen in his place. Let us know what you think while watching. Did Judge Oakley do a good job handling this situation? Or should he have been tougher? Rate his performance from 1 to 10 in the comments. Now, let's dive into one of the most intense code hearings I've ever seen.
You're a defendant. Sit at the defendant's chair.
I'm not defendant. I'm sorry, officer.
Judge, if I may try to help explain.
Try.
I'll try. Mr. Michaud is a sovereign citizen, and
No, I object. I'm not a sovereign citizen.
All right, sir, don't speak.
I maybe am not phrasing that correctly.
Don't speak until I ask you to speak.
But there is a difference between Frank Michaud, or I think it is Mr. Michaud's assertion that there is a difference between the natural person, Mr. Frank Michaud, and the sort of legal entity.
I don't recognize that.
And that's what I've prepared Mr. Michaud for that.
Sir, you're a defendant in my courtroom. Either I issue a bench warrant because you haven't appeared, or you come up here and sit in the chair and we proceed.
All right, so you're threatening me to.
Absolutely, I'm threatening you. Either you're here today or you're not. If you're not here today, a bench warrant will issue. If you're here today, I need you in the chair so we can proceed with the proceeding that's scheduled, which is a preliminary exam.
And if I may, I have advised Mr. Michaud that the courts receive objections all the time, and rule objections that are preserved on the record. If he has,
He can appeal me. I'll let you build whatever record you want to build, Mr. Michaud.
Are we on the record?
Yes.
Are you going to oath to the Constitution?
Hold on, what? Are you picking him up? That's one of the reasons I want you up here is there's a microphone here.
I'll speak loud.
Are you picking him up?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Are you honoring your oath to the Constitution today?
Pardon me?
Are you honoring your oath to the Constitution? You have an oath to.
I didn't swear an oath to the Constitution.
You haven't.
I took an oath that said I would follow the Constitution.
To not uphold the Constitution?
Yes, follow the Constitution.
So you are upholding your oath to the Constitution?
Yes.
Thank you. I accept your oath. Thank you. Okay. Now I have.
Sir, get your ass in the chair or leave and I'll issue a bench warrant. You're not running the courtroom. I am. If you want to have an exam today, get your ass in the chair. That's the way it works.
I reserve all my rights.
I would have nothing less.
I reserve all rights.
Now, are you representing yourself today?
I'll present myself.
That's not what I asked you. Are you representing yourself, or is this gentleman going to be your lawyer for today's proceeding?
I will be presenting myself today.
may
All
I?
right, so that's a no. You don't want him to represent you?
No, for the record, he's not my lawyer. I don't have an attorney. I present myself.
Okay.
Judge, what I recommended to Mr. Michaud is that he has a jurisdictional argument that he wants to make, and that, pending Your Honor's ruling on that jurisdictional issue, I have prepared to conduct a preliminary exam.
Okay.
And could be, available if he wanted to ask me to do that at the correct time.
So you want to represent yourself for that jurisdictional argument, and if I rule against you, then perhaps you want him to represent you? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, that's not what you're hearing.
All right, so you don't want him at all under any circumstance?
No, I don't need an attorney for her.
Okay.
So, with that being said.
Well, hold on. You can stick around if you want to, but I'm not gonna obligate you to stay.
I understand, Judge. I'm definitely going to stay.
That's fine.
So, today,
Do you have a jurisdictional argument you wanna make?
well, I served notice.
Sir,
on
it's a
this.
yes or no. Do you have a jurisdictional argument you'd like to make today?
I have a.
Yes or
multiple-
no?
You know, this right here is the biggest problem with sovereign citizens. They constantly twist and bend Courtroom. Rules like they're starring in some low-budget legal drama. It comes off as fake, shady, and honestly, it's one of the main reasons why so many people, myself included, find them incredibly frustrating. If I were a sovereign citizen, which to be clear, I'm not, I'd at least try to be respectful, if only to avoid getting slapped with a contempt charge. I'm not saying sovereign citizens are the absolute worst people out there, but seriously, if they could just tone it down and show the judge a shred of respect, maybe, just maybe, they'd earn a tiny bit of dignity. What's with these clowns? Refusing to answer basic questions? I really don't get it. Sure, they've got an ego complex, but refusing to cooperate isn't helping their case one bit.
Why are you forcing me to say answer?
Because I'm running the courtroom and it's the way I want to do it. Do you have a jurisdictional argument you'd like to make today?
I do, yes.
Then make it. What's your
Okay,
jurisdictional argument?
I'm presenting myself. So I need to know, Article 6 of the Constitution grants me the right to know what jurisdiction is this court operating up under?
State of Michigan.
No, what jurisdiction?
State of Michigan.
Okay, what jurisdiction is the state of
District
Michigan?
courts are legislative courts. That means they're created by statute. The state of Michigan gives me my jurisdiction.
So, okay, is that,
I work under the authority of the state of Michigan.
what is it, under what jurisdiction? There's two different jurisdictions under the Constitution. You have admiralty and common law, so I'll need to know.
This is not admiralty.
What
It
is
is not common law.
Which
It's
one?
statutory.
Okay, so it's statutory, that is what, civil?
No.
So what is it?
My jurisdiction is both civil.
I can't defend myself unless I have it on record. Is it?
My
It's
jurisdiction.
only two.
Sure, shut up. If you ask me a question, I can't answer what you're talking.
Okay, cool.
My jurisdiction is both civil and criminal as provided by the statutes of the state of Michigan.
Okay, so today, under which one is?
This is a criminal case.
Okay, right, so is that common law or admiralty?
It's statute. It's neither common law or admiralty.
It's one or the other. It don't say
All
statute.
right, then you can appeal my ruling. My ruling is it's neither admiralty or common law.
So this is you say it's criminal for the record.
Yes.
Okay, and if it's criminal, in order for a crime to exist, there must be an injured party for the record, right?
There must be what?
An injured party.
Yeah, it's the people of the state of Michigan.
All right, so it's the people of the state of Michigan, right? Where's the sworn statement?
Where's what?
A sworn statement. I have a right to see a sworn statement saying I injured someone.
There's a complaint in the file.
Sworn complaint, signed,
You want to see it?
affidavit, sworn affidavit.
No, it's not. I don't think it's an affidavit.
Well, okay, so
You said you wanted a sworn complaint.
from an injured party.
All right, so this guy is out here claiming that there has to be an injured party for his criminal case to be valid. Like, dude, where's your brain? On vacation? Let me break it down for this guy. In real life, the injured party doesn't have to be someone limping into court yelling, "He got me." In criminal cases like this one, the state itself is the injured party. Why? Because breaking the law affects everyone. That's why the judge said, the injured party is the people of Michigan. You can't just ignore the law and then say, well, no one's bleeding, so I must be fine. That's like robbing a bank and then arguing, unless the vault personally files a complaint, I'm innocent. It's ridiculous. Let me know what you think about this guy so far. Is he really this clueless, or does he just love wasting everyone's time? Let's dive back in and see if he can somehow top his own nonsense.
Who have I injured for the record?
The state of Michigan
How can I
are
injure
bringing
the
the
state?
charges.
How can I injure the state?
Sir, sit down. Sit
I'm first saying,
down.
I'm not.
Sit down, or I will hold you in contempt.
Another threat, wow.
You're probably going to hear more than one.
I see.
All right. I am ruling that I have jurisdiction. You are free to appeal that to the circuit court. Proceed. Do the people have a witness they'd like to call in the exam?
Yes, Judge, the people are prepared to move forward. Just as a quick preliminary matter, we request a mutual order of sequestration with an exception for the YC.
So again,
I'm not asking you to talk. Ma'am, are you a possible witness in this case? Okay. All right. And would you mind putting your name on the record, please? Counsel, I want to look at the lady. Would you mind putting your name on the record?
she's a witness. She is a witness.
Sir, you speak again when I haven't asked you to, and you're in contempt. And we'll deal with that first. The reason I need your name is because if you appear somewhere down the road and want to testify, we have to know that today you were in the courtroom. And I can't do that by taking a picture of you, so I'm asking you to state your name.
Your witness, yes.
Sir, you are in contempt of court. That's a $100 fine. Speak again when it's not your turn, and I'll continue to up the ante. Clear? You can speak now. I've asked you a question.
I object.
I don't give a shit if you object. Is it clear what I said? I'm waiting for an answer.
I said I object. What am I supposed to say?
I want to know if you understand you've just been fined $100 for contempt.
I don't understand.
Okay, well, you still owe me $100. Are you going to give me your name? That's fine. Thank you. Witness.
Your Honor, the people called Officer Steppen. Oh, I'm sorry. One last quick preliminary matter. Pursuant to 76611D, we'd like to introduce a certified registered of action in regard to this individual being a previously convicted felon.
I object.
Hold on. Have you showed that to him?
I object. I object.
What's your objection, Mr. Michaud?
My objection is that I am here under the guise of
Bless you.
probable cause conference, and I don't know how we're here at a preliminary exam when I did not waive any right to waive a probable cause.
This is a problem. This is a preliminary exam.
This is okay. So right here,
This is the probable cause hearing.
All right, it says.
All right, stop. Right now, the question on the table is, you've objected to admittance of that document. I want to know what your legal objection is.
I'm also objecting.
What is your legal objection?
To not waiving my probable cause hearing.
Denied. That's admitted.
This right here is exactly why I love this judge so much. The way he handles these sovereign citizens is pure perfection. It's chef's kiss the way he refuses to let them hijack the courtroom with their nonsense. He's firm, direct, and not afraid to call them out when they try to twist the law to fit their wild ideas. I know in my last video yesterday, some of you were saying in the comments that he's too offensive, but honestly, I think that take is way off. We need that kind of attitude. Sovereign citizens act like the law doesn't apply to them, and sometimes a little firmness, or even sarcasm, is exactly what's needed to shut them down. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe this judge is too harsh? And if so, tell me why, because from where I stand, there's really no good reason to think that. This sovereign citizen is wasting everyone's time and tons of taxpayer money. So yeah, the judge hitting him with a fine or yelling at him? Totally justified. What's the alternative? Let them keep turning the courtroom into a circus? No thanks. All right, let's dive back in, because something tells me this sovereign citizen is about to rack up another fine, or maybe even something worse.
Under what grounds am I denied not?
Because you didn't give me a valid objection.
I object.
You can't just object. You got to explain the valid objection.
I object that we are having a preliminary exam when I haven't had a probable cause hearing, and I did not.
They're the same thing, Mr. Michaud.
On this.
Mr. Michaud, they're the same thing.
But it's still, I have a right to a probable cause. Am I right or wrong?
Sure, try.
Am I right? Do I have a right to a probable cause?
That's what today is scheduled for.
But today it says preliminary exam. Right here it says probable cause conference. And today is a different date that says a preliminary.
Have you ever had a grilled cheese?
If it was different.
Have you ever had a grilled cheese?
If it was different, why would it have two separate?
Have you ever had a grilled cheese?
I object to any of that. Why would it have two separate columns?
Take him out.
Why would it have two separate columns?
I'm not playing this game with him today. If you think you can get him to shut up, long enough so we can have our hearing, we'll do it. But I'm not gonna let him try to run my courtroom.
Okay, I'll just be very brief in my one attempt here. I would like to try to explain what I understand Mr. Michaud's objection to be, and what I have also represented to him regarding that objection. Mr. Michaud, I think the court record will reflect, had a probable cause conference first on November 29th, and then again on December 20th. I have disclosed, I think I've been very transparent with Mr. Michaud, that probable cause conference is a bit of a misleading name, because probable cause conference under the court rules does not require that probable cause be established.
Right.
At the second probable cause conference, Mr. Michaud was caring for a sick relative, so he wasn't able to attend that probable cause conference scheduled December 20th.
Which didn't hurt him at all.
Right. I represented him on that day, and I asked the court to waive his appearance so that he could remain with his family.
Which we did.
I understood to be his wishes. I may now understand differently that I misrepresented him in some way, but my goal was just to be able to conduct a probable cause conference where we were going to find out if there was any offer, whether discovery.
You don't have to tell me what they are. I know what they are.
I know, but I'm just trying to explain.
And I'm trying to explain it to him too, but I'm not going to talk over him.
Right.
And I'm not going to play that crap today.
Right.
So if you want me to explain what's scheduled today versus what was scheduled last time, I'm happy to do that. But you got to be quiet while I'm talking. Clear?
Oh, dude, I hear you.
All right. The last court date that we call a probable cause conference is like a pretrial on a misdemeanor. It gives the parties a chance to discuss the case and see if there's any resolutions prior to the next step. Next step being preliminary exam. At the preliminary exam, the people have to prove to me that there's probable cause to believe that there was a crime and there's reason to believe you were involved. That's what's scheduled today. That is a probable cause hearing. Probable cause conference is just a name that we all came up with instead of saying it's a pretrial for a felon. Do you have any questions based on that?
At what point did I waive it? If it's a hearing or
You didn't
right,
waive it.
so
There's nothing to hold.
Do I have a right to have a probable cause conference?
No.
What?
You can do that right now. Do you want to make a deal with the people?
I want to be able to prepare myself for the probable cause conference.
There's no preparing for a probable cause conference. It's a conversation.
It still takes preparation.
You want a PCC? Go out in the hall and have a PCC with the unrepresented defendant.
Judge, just for the record, there will be no offer at this stage.
There's your PCC.
Man, I really wish we could see this guy's face right now, because the amount of time being wasted on him trying to understand the most basic stuff, like what a probable cause conference is beyond irritating. It's not rocket science. It's literally just a conversation to determine if there's enough evidence to move forward. But nope, this guy's acting like he's cramming for the bar exam. And don't even get me started on the grilled cheese. Moment that actually had me giggling. The judge was probably sitting there thinking, how do I explain this to someone with an IQ of -12? And finally just went with grilled cheese, like maybe that would finally make sense to him. What do you guys think? Is he genuinely clueless? Or is he just pretending to be dumb to weasel his way out of this? Personally, I think it's a little of both. He probably thinks he's being clever, but honestly, he looks like the dumbest person on the planet right now. Let's dive back in, because this is about to get explosive.
Now, do you want to plead guilty? You want to have an exam. And at the exam, he's got to prove to me those two things I just said. Probable cause to believe a crime was committed on this date, and reason to believe that you were involved. You want to have that hearing so he has to prove his case? Or do you want to wait? That's the other option. You can waive the preliminary exam, and we'll take the case directly to circuit court level 2 weeks down the road for an arraignment on information. I would describe another pretrial on a felony, where you and the prosecutor can discuss the case, see if there are any offers. That's another option. That's another option. Would you agree with that assessment, Mr. Sullivan?
I would agree, and also just add, Mr. Michaud has made his arguments today, ruled on his arguments, and he preserves his right
He can appeal them, he can appeal them.
As you've already said, so he wants to move forward on that offense alone, that, you know, the waiver does not preclude him from,
not at all,
jurisdiction, court level, but likewise, it's a preliminary exam today, holds the people to that burden, he also maintains the right to, you know, continue jurisdiction and appeal the courts over regarding jurisdiction past that next level, assuming people are able to cross today.
Now, do you want to have an exam today?
Well, I want to address some. I served the court some notices.
I haven't read any of that because you were represented by counsel.
No, I wasn't. I don't have any.
As far as I knew, you were represented by counsel.
And I served the court notices. And I would like to put me on notice. I served the notice that I requested the criminal bond information.
Criminal what?
Bid bond. I requested the bid bond, performance bond. I have the affidavit.
There is no bond.
There are bonds.
Listen. You can't tell me something and then disagree with me. Listen to me. I am not going to let you interrupt me.
No, you just interrupt me.
I'm in charge. I get to do shit you don't get to do. It's part of the black road. Okay? That's just the way it works. My courtroom, I get to decide how it's run.
Things should have been wrapped up like 10 minutes ago. But nope, here we are, watching this sovereign citizen drag it out like it's his personal teddy. Talk. It's wild how these people come into court acting like the judge is there. Personal legal assistant, demanding explanations for things they should already know, or that their lawyer could have easily explained. Is this some kind of mental block or an actual condition? Because at this point, it feels like a full-blown disorder. These folks act like they're completely disconnected from reality. Judge Oakley is doing his best to keep things on track, but if even he can't these clowns to follow basic courtroom rules, I don't know what will. Maybe more threats, maybe some harsher consequences, but honestly, if this guy interrupts one more time, I think a night in jail might be the reality check he needs to sit down and rethink his entire clown life. What do you guys think, is it? Time for the judge to lay down the hammer? Let's dive back in and see if this guy finally shuts up or ends up spending the night behind bars.
There are no bonds required for me to do what's scheduled today. I've been doing this 25 years. I've never had a bond.
You have a bond.
Okay, I have a bond.
Everyone here has a bond.
Not in any definition I know. So let's get to the point. Do you want an exam today?
No, I really want to address. Okay, so
I'm not addressing any of that crap you got in front of you.
Well, since you say you don't have a bond, can you express that in via affidavit so I can have
It's on the record. Order a transcript. I'm not signing anything for you.
Okay. Also, I want to address that. I sent affidavit of fee schedules for violation of my rights.
There are no fee schedules.
Well, I gave you notice, and
great. Then you gave me notice. Doesn't change anything. We still scheduled for an exam today.
Yes, just put it on the record that I served you notice, okay? Also, I served you notice on my power of attorney.
Okay, you said that.
Right, and you haven't responded to that, as well as my indemnity bond, which separates me, and I have a private capacity. I am not the artificial person.
I don't recognize any of that.
United States citizen. I am
Stop. You can put on notice what you sent the court if you want to make a record of that. But I'm telling you, I don't recognize any of that stuff you're talking about. I don't recognize that you're not really Frank Michaud. Okay, I understand that's what you're trying to argue, but I don't recognize that.
Under what law could you represent, or you can use, tell me that, not just from what you say, because ignorance of the law is no excuse for you or nobody else. So what you're saying just don't mean nothing. I need to have facts.
Okay, well, it does
Can you
mean, hold
prove
on. It should mean something
Can you
because,
prove it? Please prove it.
can I prove what?
Prove that I am not, that I am the artificial person.
I can prove you're Frank
I have
Michaud.
full faith and credit.
I can prove.
Okay, so.
Hold on, you've asked me. I can prove you're Frank Michaud. You know how I can prove that? Because when I called the case and said you either come up here and be Frank Michaud or you leave, you came up here.
And
you proved it for me.
You threatening me.
But if you're not you, the threat means nothing.
It doesn't mean nothing.
Okay.
But you're still threatening me and you're using it under color of law.
Okay, listen.
And plus
Listen to me. Mr. Michaud.
You have
I've wasted too much time with you. Yes or no?
So,
sir, don't argue with me. Yes or no? Are we doing a preliminary exam today? Yes or no?
I object. I will address.
Answer the question.
I want to address other issues as well.
You're in contempt of court. Put him in jail.
For what?
For contempt of court.
I'm having.
You can appeal that too. Sentence is 30 days. See you in 30 days.
Boom, just like that, he gets 30 days. Honestly, if that's not a wake-up call to every sovereign citizen out there, I don't know what is. If you're going up against Judge Oakley, maybe take a second to reconsider your life choices. Hire a lawyer, any lawyer. This guy really walked into court thinking he was some legal mastermind, making demands during a probable cause conference, like he was running the show. All he had to do was answer a few basic questions, and he could have gone home. But instead, his inflated ego convinced him he could outsmart the legal system with nonsense and confusion. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. My favorite part was when Judge Oakley broke it all the way down and pointed out that the guy literally showed up to fight the case when his name was called. Like, how much clearer can it get? It blows my mind that he thought he could talk in circles and win. That ego trip landed him in a jail cell, and honestly, I don't feel bad at all. The law isn't a suggestion, and judges like Oakley aren't here to play games. Maybe next time, sovereign citizens will realize they're not smarter than centuries of legal precedent. So let me know what you thought. Was Judge Oakley too harsh, like some of the comments on my last video said? Or do you think he handled it perfectly? Personally, I think he nailed it. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, everybody.